This is the Red Fens chain on hard, starting with the Claw of Volcor. Suppose I'll give Arkin a fire resist here.
So Brian Bella...
Silence, slaves! Curse you and your insolence! Scourge demons you are!
Iona whispers from your backpack.
I bet I can just... There we go. Good luck.
Iona whispers...
See the untitled pressure plate? It's not...
Iona whispers...
Be sure to grab back the staff here.
Let my staff show you the way.
So basically the mechanic is you step on those spots and then you pick up the staff once it's
Iona
activated.
whispers...
Careful. I sense many guardians near.
Iona whispers...
A roaming scorpion has spotted you. Watch out for ambush.
Iona whispers...
The guardian has noticed you.
There's one more shrine. It's guarded by giants, a couple of giants, but we'll probably use that one as opposed to backtracking to this one.
Iona whispers... Iona whispers...
The guardian has noticed you.
So again, we step on this and then grab the staff back. Just click on it to get it back.
Iona whispers...
The guardian has noticed you.
Nice. remnant chest. We're over 1,000 remnants now. I think we might even be, actually it might be 2,000. So we're doing pretty good on remnants. Probably won't get the freedom of movement potion until next life. That's our first priority with remnants.
Iona whispers,
The Guardian has noticed you.
Here's the other shrine. It's looking
Iona
like we probably
whispers.
won't need it.
A roaming
On Reaper we
scorpion
will.
has spotted you. Watch out for ambush.
Yeah, this hireling's always throwing neutralized poison at me, which I guess is okay, but I've got
Iona
potions for that.
whispers.
A roaming scorpion
But
has
there's no way
spotted
for me
you.
to tell him don't use
Watch out for
the
ambush.
poison on me, unless I'm unable
Iona
to.
whispers.
Whoop, let's get him back
A
here.
roaming
wherever he
scorpion
fell.
has spotted you. Watch out for ambush.
So it used to be this is a quest that like you could kind of solo on a stealth build like an assassin. I used to love playing assassins, and
Iona whispers,
but now with Reapers, it's pretty much impossible to stealth this quest. And changes to the mechanics. So I'm not sure if they did it because they thought that it was just too easy for people to stealth their way through quests, but that old mechanic's not really supported as well as it used to be. That's fine. I mean, the game is still fun without it, but it was kind of an interesting playstyle to stealth your way through a quest. Might only be elite, but there's a nasty trap here. But it might only be elite difficulty.
the air in this chamber is dusty and stagnant. It must not have been disturbed for centuries.
If you loot this gold, you'll get a big, or this treasure, you'll get a big fight. I used to do that, but now I just go to the end. If you just basically open this door,
Iona whispers,
clear this last guardian,
Has noticed you.
and use the staff here, you're pretty much done with the quest. And there's
Iona
no chest for
whispers.
this.
There it is. We've done it.
The end reward is given as your, basically by the quest giver. And there's named items in there. Alright, I showed the trail to the next quest. It's kind of basically straight ahead, and you veer off a little bit to your right to go up, and then left, and then you go up you can't see it because it's foggy, but you go up the giant structure there. But I'm going to pause it and head there, and I'll restart the video when I get to that quest. This is Fathom the Depths on hard. And as you're
Giant
following
magical
down, just feather
barriers
fall to
enclose
this guy,
this space,
Hawkspaw.
and the area beyond the
we're gonna wanna
barriers
talk
is
to him
filled with
first.
seawater. The Sahagin have made themselves at home inside this ruin.
And we'll buff.
bodies of dead Ravenite slaves litter the floor. The Sahagin are cruel taskmasters.
And you can see my ascendancy is proccing on the undead, so it doesn't work on the Sagwin, but at least when I'm fighting undead, I see the proc. It gives me a melee power boost. +3 per stack. So it'll be really big in undead quests. So now that we have the Myra set, I'm curious if I can make this jump. It's a pretty tricky jump, I think. Let's see if I go here. Nope. Let's see. There's some enemies first. So I think if I go to this like ledge here, I could get it. Yeah, so we couldn't make that jump last time, but now we have a pretty good jump. I think effectively a max jump, so we can get this chest over here, which you can't get without that good jump skill. And our jump skill, I want to say, is 61. That's with the house, the Ireland buffs, which are almost out.
The switch that
And remember
controls the
here, you
magical
want to clear the
barriers is
room,
nearby, guarded by several
shoot the
fierce
chest, and then either D-door or... So if you have Dimension Door, which we can have as a human, and it's actually a feat I'm considering taking, we could actually cast Dimension Door, pull the lever, and then take that back to the beginning. We don't currently have that, and our Harling doesn't currently have that. So we are going to instead swim back. So I've looted the chest, and now I just pull this lever. We have an underwater action
The
item,
magic
so I don't have to worry about
vanish,
drowning.
raising a wall of water that floods the area.
And then if we hit our map, you effectively want to you basically want to take the way not taken here. And we're going to encounter some traps and clams. Always grab those. The gold swamp pearls are the things that let you upgrade your items. Okay, there's one, and the other ones are turn-ins, which I don't recall off the top of my head what those turn-ins in, but I'm guessing since I don't often use them, they're not really, it's not that great. Alright, so we go to this side to pull this lever. We did this fight on normal, it's not that interesting, so I'll probably just skip it. And if you don't have underwater action, you want to hit these to get to reset your breathing. Basically gives you air. And alright, so now we are kind of getting to, let me just pull up here. So I didn't show you, I showed in the normal, there's a shrine here. The path straight ahead, we just cross path that. We didn't turn here. If we would have made a left, we would have got here. There's a chest here, which I think I showed on the normal, but I didn't show on here, that we can't really get to until we do this swim. And then if we want a shrine, the shrine is still available to us. But we don't need a shrine. I think we're really good on hit points. And if I open up the map, you can see there's sort of like a mirror way here. We're going to go back this mirror way. The other way, you can't swim. You're going to face currents, and you won't be able to swim. And I don't think, regardless of your swim skill, you'll be able to do that swim. Alright, more traps. And a lot of these traps are like sonic based or maybe force based. More traps. And then we finally kind of get out of the water and back to the main place. And we just have to kind of fight our way back. It's not too terrible. Pulling levers to open gates and such. These guys can be pretty tough on Reaper if they're champions. Probably want to make sure we give our hireling cold resist for this area. Probably don't need it here on hard, but on Reaper we definitely want to make sure we give the hireling cold resist. And another shrine opportunity for the end fight, which we don't currently need. Probably electric, maybe electric resist for the wisps. Probably just give them all the resists. It's
At the bottom of the stairs, a group of angry Sahagin menace Foxpaw the Shaman.
And if we dimension door to drop down to this area here, I think we can probably just ignore these guys, but I'm just gonna clear them. And this is the end fight area. Alright, so we get my magic missile on. I don't remember if this end boss does magic missiles. We'll find out here. But I believe he definitely negative levels us, so let's get our death ward clicky on.
In the chamber ahead, a Sahagin wizard sifts through the remains of a smashed container. The planar fetter is not here.
Trap, we'll get that after the fight. Pretty easy to play that part.
You have defeated the Sahagin and ended their enslavement of the Raven Eye clan. You were unable to retrieve the planar fetter, and the Sahagin have taken the magical device back to their underwater base.
Just curious where the trap is. Don't know if that's always there or not. So let's grab the chest. And that's a longish optional for a chest. Probably don't, a couple chests maybe, but we're gonna skip it. And I'm gonna pause the video while I make my way to the next quest. I'm now entering the last stand on hard.
Burning wreckage and rising smoke overshadow the once proud refuge of the ancestors. The only undamaged region is the central platform. Virche Etters, leader of the Drow holdouts, must be there. The villagers watch the slimy water with stern eyes. The attack could begin at any moment. Sahagins spring from the water in all directions. The battle has begun. The assault against Vircha slackens, yet Sahagin can now be seen destroying the village proper. Vircha shouts to you, "Stop those Sahagin! I will be safe until you return!" With the demolition attempt stopped, the Sahagin will surely renew their efforts to kill Vircha Eterves. He will need protecting again, and soon. The attack resumes as more Sahagin burst from the brackish water. The second wave has been defeated. Vircha tells you, "Rest while you can. I will alert you when more Sahagin arrive." the Urcha shouts, "The Sahagan have resumed the battle! Fight! Fight!"
Saw a champion kill one elf, but most of them are still alive.
A third wave of Sahagan has been destroyed. Despite this, you feel they will press one more attack. The water foams angrily as a Sahagan necromancer appears from beneath the depths. Falls to the ground. Without her necromantic powers to animate them, the drowned zombies collapse as well. The refuge of the ancestors has been saved.
No name loot. Let me just check and see that light armor or something that might replace what I have. Nope. No name loot, but you can get Twisted Talisman, which is a really good item to keep here. It's a way to regenerate spell points. At first glance, it doesn't look so great, but it can be upgraded to Epic and is really a fantastic item to have. Alright, so that is Last Stand. I'm going to pause and as I make my way to the next quest. Just a quick look at end rewards. I never seem to get a end reward named from this one. I'll have to check. I think it's just there just isn't one for this quest. Wanda Shield is kind of nice. We don't have a really great chance to activate it. The armor is old style, so not nearly as good as what could drop in the game. I'm just going to grab something to sell. And then we get, let's see, Necklace of Venom. Underwater Action Ring's not bad. Level 5, though, is a pretty bad level. Sacred Band, I'm going to grab this just because Wisdom 5, Healing 10, and it gets the Divine Blessing with the hat, which I think we get from the last quest. So I'm going to grab Sacred. Venom is, I don't think that's... The Poison is kind of neat, and the False Life 17 is actually kind of neat, but I think I'm going to grab the Sacred Band for now. But that False Life item is definitely a good item. Charisma 5. I think we have our Slaver's item, but this might be a possible item that we would keep. You know, in Constitution 5, that's a really nice item. Bonuses the savings throw. So it's kind of like I'm not sure which one we might actually use here. I think the set bonus would be in favor of the Siren, so I'll grab it. I'm not sure if we're going to keep all of these because we have the Slaver's Gear at 8. And we just don't have room in our bank unless we get... unless I get the shared bank, which is on sale, which is a possibility. It's a little over 1,100, and I have a little over 1,500 points, or maybe it's more like 1,600 now.
A great
from
red
my
tree
runs,
grows out of the ruins of a crumbling altar.
from my runs
Sense
on
of
the other
ancient
servers,
evil hangs
to 100
heavy in
favor,
the
my
air.
hardcore run, and then my run on this server, my main server. I'm going to pause it while I just make my way to the quest. And this is Into the Deep on hard.
Sahagan priest tends a glowing portal here. The portal seems fluid, like water, and you feel you could just step right through it. The priest gestures you to enter. You have met with the rebel leader. Now you must find the 2 elemental prisons that bind the palace protectors. Only then will you be able to reach your objective, the High Priestess. Great heat emanates from this pit, causing the water to boil up. This is the Demon's Gate. A magical barrier blocks entry for the foolish or the brave. To your surprise, a drow woman slips out of the shadows. She beckons you closer. The water spirits prowling before you radiate both power and great evil. Yet the spirits seem preoccupied with some internal struggle. If you keep your distance, they might not notice you.
Once we clear all those rooms, then that opens this barrier. Proceed forward. There's a side room here you don't want to forget, because they'll just come out and attack you. Yeah, I'm not sure what the significance behind these blinded water elementals are. I think it just has to do with the fact that they're bound or enslaved. And then this is just a free chest here and collectible. Looks like I missed a water elemental. We don't have to actually fight them. Once the room's cleared, we can move forward. If we ask them for help, they'll help. They don't really do that much, but it doesn't hurt to have them helping.
As you move through the room, the water around you begins to bubble. The prison has more guards for you to deal with.
And once this guy is free, he will help attack everything else. And the water elemental is pretty good in terms of DPS. Using my massive cleaves here. So we just come out on the southwest here, and then we want to head east. I don't go out of my way to engage in fights, but if stuff comes, I'll attack it.
Across the room, a Sahuagin mage appears to be using magic to force a group of scrags into some kind of mining operation. A group of guards watch nervously. Put a significant dent in the Thrall neighborhood. Whatever Sleek here needed these crystals for, it'll be difficult without the Scrag's brute muscle. The gray skin of these Sahagin mark them as rebels. They greet you warily.
Likewise, this group can help us. And again, they're not super helpful, but every little bit helps.
Protected by his magic. Held before the mage for the moment is a huge scrag. You sense its confinement is temporary. His personal shield and the barrier to the north vanish. You can take the fight to him personally now. Audible tremor shakes the ground. You sense that some powerful enchantment is now broken. Perhaps now you can investigate the palace defenses.
So this is a named item. We can't use it because it has true chaos. So we're probably going to just delete it. It would be potentially good for a barbarian, although I think there's better weapons. But interesting that we got it. And there's a shrine to the right. I'm going to skip it because we really don't need it. On Reaper, I'll definitely use it. It probably would have been a good idea to use it because I used both my Death Ward clickies and this end boss in this fight coming up does negative level us. So probably would have been a good idea to, let's see. We're going a little bit too far south there. But I think we'll be okay. I'll try to get there quick and get that fight over with.
With the elemental prisons destroyed, the Water Guardians have abandoned their posts at the palace gates. You can now enter. You have breached the palace. It appears that the rebels have already established a foothold. A gray-skinned Sahagin captain beckons you closer. An unnatural form shrouds the High Priestess as she glares at you with pure hate.
Yeah, this boss here can negative level us. We'll see if we see the little death ward protection symbol come up. It's possible she doesn't do that on heroic and only on epic, but we'll see. Right now she slowed us. This little symbol here.
The High Priestess's body lies spent. The demon within roars with frustration, its host on this plane now lost.
Alright, so the quest is complete. I'm going to go ahead and run the optional pit quest in here, and it's tougher than basically the rest of the quest, but it drops named items, and on the epic version it drops ingredients to upgrade. Some of the ingredients to upgrade named items. So it's a good one to learn, and I'd say learn on normal and hard. Probably skip it on Reaper your first life, unless there's a specific item you're looking for, which I can't think that there is. But we'll run it on hard, and then on Reaper I'm probably going to skip this.
As the demon rages, the walls begin to crack and rifts begin to form. The roars of other evil creatures can now be heard. You must close the portals or kill the demon quickly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna recall out and see what the end reward is. We didn't get any named items, but that's okay. I don't think there's anything from here we really need. I was mainly just running it to show it to you
From
in
atop
case you
this
find an
overlook,
item you need
the
from there.
Sahagins' underwater base is clearly
The
visible in
quarterstaff's
the
pretty cool.
inlet
We got
below.
that on our normal run. So this list has a lot of cool items here. This is a caster item. Dexterity +5 is not really key to us since we have insightful reflexes. Bracers of the Claw, that's a pretty cool item. Con 5, Fort 7. I might take this one. That's a nice item. Not too interesting. The helm is also interesting because it has death block, negative energy absorption, and it helps with turn undead, and it has a set bonus with 55 positive spell power. So it's between this helmet and the bracers. Um, and I'm going to say, let's see, we did have an issue with fortification at lower levels, but we had close to this. So I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to grab these bracers of the claw. We, I'm not seeing the set that had the gloves of the claw. I mean, that has not dropped for me in either normal or hard. Maybe it'll drop on elite, or maybe I'll get it as a guaranteed third run. But I'll grab that for now. But the other set bonus, the hat with the death block, is very nice as well. So that is the Red Fens chain on hard.